Imagine a world fractured by war, where economic chaos reigns and trade is stifled by punitive taxes. This isn't just history, it's the crucible from which modern international tax law was born, a testament to human ingenuity and cooperation. The film opens in a dimly lit, smoke-filled room in Geneva, Switzerland. Shortly after World War I, maps of a fractured Europe are strewn across a table, reflecting a continent struggling to rebuild. Business leaders and diplomats are visibly frustrated, clutching ledgers showing income tax multiple times across new, often arbitrary, borders. Our protagonist, Dr. Eleanor Vance, a brilliant but overlooked economist, observes this profound economic disarray. Diplomat 1, frustrated, my company's profits are taxed in France, then again in Germany, and a third time when I bring them home to Britain. This double taxation stifles trade and breeds resentment, hindering any hope of recovery. Diplomat 2, we need order. A structured framework to prevent this financial anarchy from tearing us apart again. Dr. Vance steps forward, addressing the room with quiet authority. A grand, imposing building, the Palace of Nations, appears behind her, symbolizing a new era of international cooperation. Dr. Vance, gentlemen, we have a new institution, born from the ashes of war, the League of Nations. Its purpose is to foster international cooperation and prevent future conflicts. Economic stability is paramount to lasting peace, and that includes resolving this crippling double taxation that fuels economic nationalism. The League of Nations, established in 1920, was the first intergovernmental organization aimed at maintaining world peace. Recognizing that economic disputes, particularly double taxation, fueled international friction and hindered recovery, it became the initial stage for global tax cooperation, a crucial lesson for policymakers today. Dr. Vance is now leading a small, dedicated group of legal and economic minds. They are poring over complex tax codes, scribbling equations on blackboards, and debating fiercely. This is the Committee of Experts on Double Taxation, a true intellectual powerhouse. Expert 1, pointing to a chart of a company is resident in country A but has a permanent establishment in country B, who has the primary right to tax its profits? This fundamental question demands a clear, universally accepted answer. Expert 2, and what about income from investments? Should it be taxed where the investor lives, or where the investment is located? These definitions will shape global capital flows for decades. Dr. Vance, our task is to find common ground, to develop principles that all nations can agree upon. We must define residence, source, and permanent establishment in a way that minimizes conflict and fosters economic predictability. Formed by the League of Nations in 1923, this pioneering committee brought together leading tax minds from diverse legal traditions. Their mission, to analyze the causes of double taxation and propose solutions that would stand the test of time. Their work laid the intellectual groundwork for modern international tax law, defining key concepts still used by economists and tax experts today. The committee presents its findings. Dr. Vance holds up a blueprint, which then transforms into a series of identical, glowing documents being signed by representatives from different nations. These are the Model Bilateral Conventions, a revolutionary step towards global tax harmonization. Dr. Vance, after years of rigorous research and intense negotiation, we propose a standardized template, a model, for individual countries to use when negotiating their own tax treaties. This will ensure consistency, predictability, and fairness across borders. Diplomat 3, signing a document so, if my country signs a treaty based on this model with another, we'll know exactly how to allocate taxing rights, preventing our citizens from being taxed twice. This is a monumental achievement for global trade. The committee's most significant output was a series of Model Bilateral Conventions, first published in 1928. These models provided a common framework for countries to negotiate bilateral tax treaties, establishing rules for allocating taxing rights between residents and source states, and methods for relieving double taxation. They were the direct precursors to the modern OECD Model Tax Convention, a foundational text for every tax student and practitioner. Dr. Vance, now older, stands in a modern, bustling international tax conference. Screens display complex global tax structures, but the underlying principles she helped forge are clearly visible. A young tax lawyer approaches her, recognizing a legend. Young lawyer, Dr. Vance, your work with the League of Nations laid the foundation for everything we do today. The concepts of residence, source, and those model conventions, they're still the bedrock of international tax law, taught in every university. Dr. Vance, smiling indeed. The seeds of cooperation sown in those early days continue to bear fruit. The fight against double taxation is ongoing, but the tools we forged then remain essential for building global economic harmony and fostering a more just world. The camera zooms out, showing the Palace of Nations in the background, then transitions to the modern OECD headquarters, symbolizing the enduring legacy of these early tax architects. Their vision continues to shape our global economic landscape. This historical journey reveals the profound impact of thoughtful tax policy on global stability and prosperity. For economists, students, policymakers, and tax experts, understanding these foundations is not just academic, it's essential for navigating today's complex global economy. Dive deeper into the principles of international taxation, engage in policy debates, and contribute to building a more equitable and efficient global tax system. Your insights can help write the next chapter in this ongoing story of cooperation and progress.